Ta-da! Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Game Dev with Mike, aka Decimal Punked. Welcome to the stream, Aaron. This is Unity, and this is the version is 2022.3.26 F1. We're working in Visual Script to do the coding, and this is my university project that I'm having to make as part of my degree. So essentially it's a 2D platformer in a dungeon with pickups, obstacles, hazards, the usual stuff you get in platformers. That emoji kills me every time I see that dude. I'll show you what we were working on literally the other day. Last night actually, I think. Yeah, I think I got to bed quite late doing this. I was quite knackered today. So if I just zoom out of here, you can see the level. At the moment, it's similar to how I was handling my first person survival in Unreal. I'm essentially using the current area as a testing ground for mechanics. And once we have all of the mechanics functioning, what I will do is I will go through and place everything where it needs to be. I was just going to quickly check something. Just because I was curious. I'm just wondering if there's like a saturation component. I didn't know if there was anything that handled... It's basically what I wanted to do as part of the game design and the overall kind of feel of the game was to make the platforms essentially the active interactive environment to be stand out against the background. I intended to do that by making the background slightly not saturated but a bit more dull than the foreground, so the platforms will be a bit richer in colour, so they really pop against the background. I'm just having a look at your comment, dude. Oh, no worries, dude. I hope you enjoy them. Make sure you check them on YouTube. Twitch brought in a thing where they've got a cap now on uploads, highlights and things like that, but all of my game dev streams go straight to YouTube. So if you're not subscribed on there, feel free to do that, because every game dev stream goes straight to YouTube. I will be creating a playlist for all of the videos so they're all clumped together, because at the moment they're just uploaded there. So I'll have like an Unreal playlist and a Unity playlist. I'll quickly show you, Aaron, just before you go, if you're still there. I'll show you what we've got working at the moment. So I've got this health pickup. I did this yesterday. Obviously all the assets are from the asset store, but I coded that so the it's like that will deal to, I think it's 20% damage. Oh no, 10% damage. So I'm going to change that, because at the moment, whenever there's not one there, it will keep spawning. So I'm going to change it and have it on a timer instead, because I can essentially get this to keep spawning. Every time there's one gone, it spawns one. So I need to fix that. It's kind of like a minor fix, not a bug. It's not a bug. It's just the way it's coded isn't. It needs to be on a timer. So yeah. This is going to be really good. I'm going to be putting in lava tonight because I wanted to have a section. Basically, this little section with the shooting projectiles. I'm not sure where I'm going to place this. it wasn't originally in my game design plan. It was more, I just thought it would be cool to have a magic shooting projectile thing. But I do have graph paper sketch of the design level design. I'm going to be doing the lava pit tonight, which essentially it's going to be a lava pit animated, and there's going to be some platforms over the lava, and I might have them crumble, like as in just fall into the lava. So, and I'm going to apply a burn effect, so the player will take, I don't know, 20% damage, maybe 25% damage if they fall in the lava, and then they will take an extra 5% damage over time, so 1 damage per second for 5 seconds, and I'll have like a little burning icon above the head. So yeah, feel free to tune back in or just watch the stream when I've posted it on YouTube. I should be able to get this done. It's 20 past 10. I'm guesstimating this stream could be 3 hours long, knowing how fast time flies in Engine. But thanks for tuning in, Aaron. And take care, dude. And thanks for saying hi. I will see you in the next stream. Right, so for those of you that are watching, what we're going to do, I think what I might do is I might do the checkpoint first. So basically, there's going to be different areas. I really wish I could show you the graph drawing, but it's literally on paper. I can't really be bothered to take a picture on my phone and then load it into the computer and all the rest of it. But essentially, the graph paper's gonna have it's got some really cool areas. But there was going to be a lava hazard. But the checkpoint, there's going to be 2 checkpoints in my game. So basically, when the player passes through a checkpoint, what it will do is if the player was to die, they would respawn at the checkpoint once they've passed through it. If they haven't and they just die normally, they spawn at the start of the level. So essentially, we're going to get that set up first. Shouldn't take too long, and then we can do the lava pit. I think that's what I'm doing in the stream tonight. Checkpoint and lava pit. So the checkpoint, I've got a thingy to follow from university. I've already watched it through. So the checkpoint, I'm really quite excited for this. So there's so many in video games. There are so many different things that are used for checkpoints. Whether that's Sonic the Hedgehog with the poles and the flags. Whether that is Dark Souls with the bonfires, the rebirth fountains in Titan Quest, save crystals in Tomb Raider 1 and 3. Like, there are so many different things, but I wanted to have something that really fitted with the dungeon theme. So I've found an asset pack which is beautiful, and it is I've got it noted down here. Where is it? Props. Vertical checkpoint spawn statue. Okay, so it's in my Kanos pack. Will it be in the tile set palette or prefab? Oh, I'm not sure which. Ah. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, there we go. It didn't load these before. Oh, that's cool. Stone of Recall. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is really, really cool. I didn't even know that was in there. That is really cool, but it's not what I wanted to go for. Oh my god, that is... When I saw this asset pack, I did not see this. I'm just wondering, is there a table? There is a table. I wanted to have my health potion pickups on tables. I don't know why. I just wanted them on tables. That is perfect. So, yeah, essentially in this pack, there's actually, I think, 3 things. 1, 2. There's 2 things. So one of them is this spiky ball. I'm going to be using this as a moving hazard. That's going to be on like a. It's going to be on a. I plan to implement a wall sliding ability. It's going to be tricky to do because the movement, the way the character controller handles the movement, it's complicated. There's lots of different code handling different things like ground checks, jump height, velocity. There's so many variables, and there's a raycast as well. But with the wall slide, it's kind of like I need to do a raycast to the side, and then it's I'm kind of dreading it, but once it's implemented, it's going to be cool. And basically, the character will be there'll be a specific section where the player needs to use the wall slide to essentially overcome some vertical moving spiky balls, which is what I found. I wasn't going to go for a chainsaw because it's just too... I guess it's a little bit too gruesome, and also it just wouldn't fit, whereas spiky balls, the texture, it looks great. So anyway, I wanted to have this statue as my checkpoint. If I'd have spotted this recall statue, I might have used that, but I mean, it's cool. It is cool, but I'd much rather use this angel, and then when the angel's touched, it would basically toggle the visibility of like a glowing blue orb to represent that the player's soul is kind of stored in the statue. I think that's really quite cool and a bit spiritual. So there's a bit of thought behind it. So luckily it's been made as a prefab. So let's just have a look at our level here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to temporarily, if we go to our platforms, and if we just, I don't know, get a, where is that one? We'll just copy that and we'll move this over here. So yeah, we're basically just going to make we're just going to expand, and like I say, this will all massively get shifted around. This isn't going to be the final thing. This is just for kind of getting features set up. Like you can see, the coins are in place. We've got the potion. It's all kind of a bit out of place, but we've got quite a lot of mechanics actually functioning. I need to get my gem pickup in there as well. Maybe if there's time, I might do that this stream, because at the moment I think the coins had 250. Oh shit! Sorry, I've just dropped coffee on my. Oh dude, sorry, I've just dropped coffee on my massive desk mat. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's just. Oh, I'm checking how much score is added. Oh, it's 150. Okay. Okay. What I might quickly do is just paint. Ugh. There we go. Just so there's a bit of A bit more brown. Okay, so the statue. Now, how are we going to do this? Right, so at the moment, if I just minimize the platforms. Player. Okay, so right, the reason why I'm not doing a prefab of this magic trap, guys, is because I plan to duplicate it. So if I just test this, if I copy that and then move that up, I'm hoping. No, it's doing it. Okay. That's interesting, isn't it? One second, let me just have a look at the code there. I just want to have a quick look at the code. Prefab projectile. Where's the spawner? Did it... Bear with me, guys. Oh, there we go. Spawns a projectile at the position of the magic trap. I wonder... That's interesting, isn't it? Basically... Basically, guys, I copied that object and I moved it up. Now, what's the script graph projectile? Oh! Oh, I think I know why that didn't work. I think it's because I've set the current spawn projectile to 1. I'm going to temporarily put that at 0. I'm just going to see if it shoots 2. Oh, baby! It worked. Okay, that's perfect. It works. Oh, I'm happy with that. Okay. So it wasn't a problem with it kind of thinking the location was just for one of those. It does work. That's really good. One thing before I put the angel in, I wanted to just fix. I wanted to fix this. So essentially, at the moment, what we have is we have the projectile spawning. And what it will do is it will shoot a projectile, and then if the player, or if it hits a wall, or if it hits the player, it will then spawn another one. So at any point there will only be one projectile. But I discovered a problem with that. Now what was happening was I jumped on the trap yesterday where you can see this snakehead trap. I jumped in front of it and the projectile was coming out, and what happened was, because I destroyed the projectile, it then spawned multiple because it was constantly getting destroyed, and I took about 90% damage. I took 9 projectile hits in one go. Obviously we don't want that to happen, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to spawn a projectile. I'm going to have a delay, so it will spawn hold on, it will spawn a projectile and then kind of wait. I think that's how I was going to do it, because if we have multiple traps we don't really want to limit the spawn. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to temporarily, so spawns a projectile at the position of the trap. So if I just temporarily copy this code, oh dude, copy that, paste it there, right, and if we just test a different method, so what we want to do, we want to say on event, on tick, you kind of want to spawn a projectile. No, you want to wait and then spawn a projectile. So I do have a timer somewhere. So we've copied that code. So if I get rid of the current, because I can actually get rid of the current projectile spawn if this works. So if we get rid of that and that and this, and if we just have a timer, so timer, and if we say we can basically test this, and we can see how the balancing of it, like if it spawns too many. So on update start, when the timer has passed 1 second, we will spawn a projectile. So we can unplug that. Oh my god, unplug that one, and then we'll just watch this one. So it should now spawn one every second. If it's too much, we can increase the timer. Huh. On event, a timer, 1 second. Can we do that on a loop? Maybe not. That's annoying, isn't it? Let's try. There's another update one, isn't there? Let's see if that does any better. Now, why is that not doing that? So, we're doing a timer. I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of that. Let's plug that in. Hold on. Let's put this at the front and then... That's a lot of projectiles, isn't it? Hold on. What is going on there? How is that function? What is going on there? I don't know what I've done there. What is going on? Right. I've kind of created a weird ass loop there. That's giving me a headache looking at that code. What is going on, guys? What is going on? So that's really, really, really weird. Let me put that. How is that even working? I think that one went in there. It's not doing it now. If I... On update. I'm just trying to fix this projectile before I do the checkpoint, guys, because it needs fixing. It works fine, but like I said, the problem is we can kind of take more damage than we need. This is so goddamn annoying. How am I going to do this? I literally want it to fire a projectile every 1.5 seconds, I think. Every 1.5 seconds we want it to... Why is that not working though? Maybe I should do... This is annoying, isn't it? I do apologise, guys. I'm a little bit stumped here. We've been streaming half hour and I don't feel like I've done anything. Let's do begin play. On start. Right, so on start, after 1.5 seconds, shoot a projectile. Okay, so can we... I don't really know how that is... How is that functioning? What does the toggle do? I don't understand. Toggle. Normally when you hover over things, it tells you what it does. Does that mean it's like a flip-flop, like it will do it and then it won't do it? What is going on? Well, that's that's the code done. 3 bits, 3 bits. Well, for the for triggering it, but That's it. And then if I was to copy that, oh dude, that is so cool. So I can get rid of this bit of code. That's a shame because that was like really good. I'm gonna need to make a note of this. Player could trigger the way the magic trap was coded was initially coded. If the player was near the trap and hit the projectile, it would spawn a large number of projectiles dealing over 80% damage to player. Altered code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a hyphen for the bug, and then I'm just doing these notes, guys, because as part of the game design, I have to document bug fixes. So altered the code with a timer that spawns a projectile every 1 second. Is that as 1 second's frequent enough, isn't it? One, two, yeah. I'm happy with that. I think that's a fair spawn rate. I think that's fair. Altered code with a simple timer that spawns a projectile every 1 second. There we go. Bug fixed. So, bug fix to do, projectile spawn, set time in between shots. At the moment the bug can spawn. Okay, so I have fixed the projectile spawn. So, set timer in between shots. Bug fixing, we love it. I'm the bug hunter. So I wonder, I'm just going to ask AI what that toggle does, because I'm not familiar with that. I've never used the toggle on a timer, but I'm assuming it... Well, I don't know what it does. I've never used it, so I'm curious. I want to know. So this is Unity Visual Scripting. What does the toggle input node do on the timer function? Let's get an answer. The toggle input is often used to control whether a particular operation, like a timer, is active or paused based on the Boolean input. When it's used in conjunction with a timer function, the toggle input node lets you switch the timer on and off. That's interesting. When the input is true, the timer starts. When false, the timer pauses or resets. You might also want to connect the toggle input node to trigger other events like starting or stopping animation sounds or other mechanics. Well, it functions. What I've got it to do there. Simple. So I can get rid of the scene variable current projectile spawn. Get rid of that. And then if we just move that. I like having my stuff nice and tidy, guys. Okay, right. Let's just test that one more time. I can't believe it was that simple. Hold on. Variable not found. Oh, okay, we can get rid of this. And we can plug this straight into there. And then if I save that, we shouldn't get the error. Perfect. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Test that one more time. Dude, that is so cool. Love it. We have our trap. Moonwalking slime. I love it. I love the moonwalking slime. So we could actually make that a I think we could make that a prefab now. So spawns a projectile every second, and the variable is the trap magic projectile. I mean, I might do that as a prefab, you know, because the magic projectile itself is a prefab that I made. And that's the code for it. The movement. And the destruction of it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make the magic trap a prefab. So if I go into my prefabs, traps, spike, trap spike. How many trap spikes do we have? Okay, so I just trap spike. So if I drag trap magic into there. Okay, and now if we make a empty and call it magic, and then if we move the trap magic into there, so we've got trap spike and trap magic. So now if I just paste that, there we go, we have our prefab. Nice. I am so happy with that, guys. It makes me so happy. I'm smiling right now. Oh, it's the simple things in life. It's so simple. The simplest code, and it just gives life. It gives birth to these beautiful blue fireballs. I love it. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's just check we do get the noise playing when we hit the projectile. Yeah. Dead. Okay. Guys, that is the magic trap fully functioning, bug fixed. Give me a pat on the back. Oh yes. Okay. So to do, add a block to the trap so the player can't jump through it. Might do that. Might do that. I don't really want the player to be able to jump on top of it, or, you know, I'm not sure yet. That's something that I can do later on when the level's been laid out. Okay, so bug fix hit animation red is conflicting with the red if the player health is 0. So if I go to the player script, sorry, I'm doing bug fixing. Why am I bug fixing? Right, if the player's health is less than 0 and it's true, set the color to red. But because we have this hit animation, I added in this really cool hit animation, so every time the player's hit, they flash red, then they turn back to normal. But the problem is, if they get hit by a projectile, their health would, if it's already close to dead, they would go 0 and then they'll go white. But Okay, I can fix that later. It's not a major bug fix. Let's get this. Let's get this angel statue done. So the magic test area is basically here. We've got the projectile wall, so that's staying there for the time being. If I just press play, that should. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we're going to do spawn point, or we'll call it checkpoint. So checkpoint. Now, I don't want to make this a prefab, and the reason being is because I'm going to have two different checkpoints, and each is going to have a boolean. So you have checkpoint A boolean and checkpoint B boolean, and they're going to be different positions on the map. So it's kind of like, if you've got a prefab of the checkpoint, then the booleans, like, it's just going to be a bit, there's going to be a conflict because the positions are going to be different for a start, and then, you know, because it's a prefab, it kind of shares the details, so you can't really say, oh, if it passes through a checkpoint, set the boolean as checkpoint A passed. Like, how are you able to differentiate between point A and point B if it's a prefab? So on that basis, I'm going to have them just as standalone objects that I'm making. So we're going to call this checkpoint A. Okay. So checkpoint A, if I press D to get my graph up, you can see it's correctly anchored. So we're going to add the beautiful angel prop. Okay, so on here. Oh, I didn't realise I had a bouquet. That's cool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I love that. Okay, so we have the, what we want to do is set the position. So at the moment, guys, if I press D, you can see at the moment it is snapping to grid, but it's kind of, it's not dead center, and it also looks like it might overlap. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to shift it on the X. I'm going to do 0.5, so position 0.5, and see how that. Okay, I did just say 0.5. There we go. Okay, so as expected, you can see it's kind of, how big is that compared to my player? If I just move that, I just want to see. Do I want it to be larger? Do I want that to be larger? Do I want it to be larger? I am not sure. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Whoa! I think that's a good size. .3 is a good size. That's realistic scale, I would say. Okay, so... Oh no, hold on. Uh... There we go. Okay. So it is within the grid. It overlaps onto the other platform, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place that there as checkpoint A. So checkpoint A. Okay, right. So I've not done checkpoints before. Now, I want to do something else. I want to add a sphere. I'm going to make this I want this to be oh no! No, 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 I don't want Visual Studio. No. Yes, go away. Sorry, guys. Right, circle. So that needs to be 0. Position needs to be 0.5, 0.5. We want to change the colour to like a kind of like that kind of colour. Put the scale down to say 0.5 or 0.6 maybe. Okay. Right, now you know what would be really, really cool. What I really want to do. Let's do 0.5. 6.8. And then on the Y, you kind of want it to be 2.234. And then on that, 0.7. Perfect. Right, I'm wondering, is there a way that we can kind of make that... So basically, this is going to be, if I do active, okay, so we'll call this sprite active. So basically, if the player passes the checkpoint, we would toggle this on and set the checkpoint 1 as passed. Now, I might add a little movement similar to how I've coded the coins to move. I might do the same for the sprite. So instead of it just being a little blob that sits there, I want it to actually move. I would like it to glow as well. There's got to be a way we can add a glow to it. So right. Okay guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to get the colour. I'm just going to get the hex code of that colour. Make a note of that. Right. Oh, we can create materials. So in my assets, if I do a new folder and just call it materials, create material, and we'll call it checkpoint sprite. Ah, okay. So how do we material? Oh, okay, I see the materials there, the colours there. Right, got ya. Okay. Transparent. Transparent. Right, so now if I go onto the sprite and drag that on, oh, it's giving it a weird. Strange. Why is it giving it a very strange? Hmm. Okay. Let's just do colour. So if I go onto that now, why has it got that oh guys, it's not render key transparent. Diffuse. Interesting. I don't understand why it's gone pink. Why has it gone pink? I'm just playing around here, guys. I've not done this before. How can I set the opacity? Is it the alpha? Okay, we're getting somewhere. There we go. There we go. Oh my god, it looks so good. So simple. Thanks for the spam view, Semantic. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining the stream. Every view counts. Right, particle system. Okay. I'm gonna save that. I'm happy with how that's looking at the minute, guys. Really, really happy. I think that looks really cool. What is that? Oh, it's a weird line. Oh, dude, that's so cool. That's just what I wanted. Just like a little soul. It represents the soul of the player stored in the statue. This is exciting. I know this is taking a while, guys, but this is fun. I've not done this before. So we basically, we had the material and we just have gone for the lit. And then it's given us all of these options here. So yeah, I'm happy with that. What does metallic do? Transparent, opaque. So we've got alpha, pre-multiply, additive, multiply. Oh, dude. So additive, pre-multiply. Alpha makes it smooth. Oh, that looks even better. It's added quite a brightness to it. So the alpha kind of retains more of the blue, but the additive, it does make it blue. Let's do 185. I've still got that hex code saved as well, guys, on my notepad. Right, so let's let's add effects particle system. There we go. Particle system. So we want to make that 2.5. What is the sprite? 2 points. Oh, actually, let's go 0.7, 2.6. There we go. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so we want to have that blue color. So start color. Oh, dude. Oh, mate. 2D physics. It would make sense to have 2D physics. Pre-warm. What does pre-warm do? Duration. If I had that as 0.1. Start delay. Start lifetime. Start speed. $13 might be unlucky for some. Start size. Oh my god, dude, that is so cool. Oh my god. Please simulate. Start size. So if we go 0.45. Gravity modifier. Just save the game, right? Simulation space, local. Simulation speed. What was that by default? 1. Start speed 13. Okay, so that start lifetime does the number of wisps. Call them wisps, it's kind of what they are. Simulation speed, delta time scaled. Scaling mode, local. Ooh. Rigid, emitter velocity, rigid body, max particles 1000. Stop action, culling mode. Emission. Shape. Oh, I didn't know you could. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Click on it. Oh, dude. Cone. Emission. So that's 0. Let's go 14 and have that at 2. Shape. I'm happy with the shape. I don't really want to have any thickness. Random. That's so cool. That's so cool. Velocity, inherent. Color by speed. Lights. Lights. I don't have any lights. I don't know what that does. Trails. Ribbon. I don't even know if that's doing anything. Renderer. Okay. I just want to see that in action. Oh, dude. Right, what we want to do, we want to, if we can, we want to, can we set the layer? Is there any way that if I put this, order in layer is 1, if I put that above there, does that mean that's on top of it now? I might actually shape. If I do the radius to a little bit larger, say 4. Let's just check that. Oh, dude, that's so cool. Oh, that is so cool. I love it. Okay, right. So what we want to do, this is for the thingy. So if I press play, that should move. And then if I was to tick that, that should not come on. Perfect. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that means active or inactive. Right, so what we want to do, we're going to add some movement. So the particle, that sprite is basically going to be a child of the particle system. So if we turn that off, we hide it. So essentially the statue is always going to be there, but the particle system, based on whether the checkpoint has been passed, that'll be set inactive, and then when the player passes through it, we'll make it active. First, we're going to add some movement to that. So if I just save, and if I go into my prefabs, I've barely been drinking my coffee, guys. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, I love this. I'm having so much fun. Right, so we're going into a prefab for the coin because I want to copy the movement. There we go. Okay. Right, so first off, I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy that. So we need to do a graph variable for starting position. So where's the script machine just gone? We're going to give this checkpoint orb and graph. Hold on. So get rid of that. We need to add a graph variable called starting position. It's got to be a vector 2. Okay, so that's the first thing done. So if I just go back to that coin sprite script graph, so we need to have object. We don't need that coin. This was basically for the parent of the coin. So I don't need that game object. All we need to do is copy this, and then we've got the and then we've got it moving up and down. So we need to make an object float speed value of 1. So if I copy this, so we need to make a speed float 1. Speed float 1. Speed float 1. That should do it. Orb animation. It should be that simple, guys. Moment of truth, I guess. Let's watch it in action. Oh my god, it works! Oh, dude! Dude! Oh my god. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. The particle emitter is... Oh, is there a layering option? Layer. Sub-emitters, what's that do? There we go, order and layer. Okay, so there, what's going on there then? So at the moment it's behind the statue. So if I go back on there, if I have that as 1, that should be on top now. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so what we can do, we can play around with the variables now. So if I save, right, the length, I think I want the orb to go let's do 1. That's good, isn't it? So 1 and 0.1. I think that's what it was actually. I'm just wondering, I feel maybe... Oh my god. Is that better if it's on the hand? The face looked a bit odd. Maybe up a notch, just ever so slightly. So on the Y, if we do 2.2, let's see how 2.2 looks. That is much better. It looks like the statue's actually controlling the orb with her hands. I like that. That's fantastic. Oh, that is fantastic. I really like that. It's perfect. It's subtle. It's not too much. The little particles, they go off at the right part. Like, they don't spread too far. It's all kind of contained. It looks really pretty. Really, really like that. That's fantastic. Okay. So now that we've got that checkpoint, so orb animation, right. Okay. Gives vertical movement to the checkpoint orb. Save. Okay, so now that we've essentially got our statue, guys. One thing we need to do is we need to add a trigger. So we've got the particle system, we have the prop itself. So we need to add a box 2D collider. And we need to basically... Actually, yeah. Right, so we're going to do 0.5, 0.5. And the size of that needs to be... Hello, Aziria! Welcome, dude! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? It's been a while. Thanks for tuning in. How are you? You've tuned in at a fantastic time, dude. I am coding the checkpoint. I am doing amazing. I'm having the best time tonight. I really am. I'm in my element at the moment, dude. Really, really in my element. We've got this really, really cool statue. I'm just setting up the collider at the minute. One second. Let's do one. Oh, sorry, I'm buggering about with the offset. Why was I messing around with the offset? Hold on. Perfect. Height. Yeah, basically, dude. I've added quite a lot of stuff to the platformer. Um, I've what have I got? I've got these. I've got jump through platforms now. So you've got to bear in mind this is not the final level design. At the moment, it's the playground while I'm setting up the mechanics. We've got these jump through platforms, so you can jump beneath it and jump on top. And then I've created these really cool traps that shoot these blue projectiles, and they go to the left. And at the minute, I've just been doing this. This is basically going to be the checkpoint. Oh, look at that! Perfect. 1.6. That is dead online. Pretty much. If I just get that, look at that. Perfect. In the grid. I'll show you what I've done. Oh, I'm really, really happy with this, dude. It's really, really cool. So I'll show you the trap on the left. So these are the jump through platforms. So you jump up and we go over here, and then I've set this thing up. They remind me so much of the Sonic the Hedgehog games on the Mega Drive. There's the aquatic zone on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which has these vertical stone pillars with Dr. Robotnik's face, I think, or they're like some kind of Aztec faces that shoot arrows. It reminds me of that. So basically, these projectiles deal 10% damage to the player. So if I just take some damage there. Really, really cool. So they're all set up, and then we've obviously got the health potion over here. This is what I've been working on at the minute. So this is basically going to be the checkpoint or respawn point. So I found this amazing asset pack, and it's just beautiful. It really fits with the pixel art aesthetic of the game. And basically I've just added in a kind of orb. So I created the orb and the particle effect myself. Obviously the statue itself is from the asset pack. So basically, you know how in lots of different games there's tons of different ways that there are checkpoints. In Sonic the Hedgehog you have like the vertical flagpoles. Dark Souls has the bonfires. Tomb Raider has the save crystals, and so on and so forth. There's so many different ways, and I didn't want to have a bonfire. I didn't want to be a magpie of Dark Souls. I wanted to have something that was a bit spiritual. So I found this asset, and I was just like, it's perfect. And it's kind of like, you know, when you pass the statue, it will create this orb, and it's kind of like where I've positioned it over the hands. It's kind of like a bit spiritual, isn't it? It's like the statue is kind of, it's like protecting the player's soul. So when the player dies, it will go back to the statue. I think it's really, really cool, dude. And I've got the emissive on that set to, I think, additive. The other option, it was just the pale blue, whereas with this one it adds, as you can see, it's kind of got the blue. It's got the same blue colour, but it's just slightly brighter. It's really, really cool. So that's where I'm at the moment, and it's 4 past midnight at the moment. I'm going to get the checkpoint set up, and I'm going to try and get my lava trap set up. Because at the start of the stream, I actually did a bug fix with that magic trap that you just saw. So I want to, I want to add the lava trap, because I'm going to have like a burn damage. It's going to be amazing. So let's go on to the checkpoint. So I've got something from uni here. Right, so we're going to create a script for... Oh, we need to say this is a trigger. So at the moment, if I run into that trap, because it's got a collider and I've not said trigger, it's going to be a solid object. See? So we need to make that a trigger. So we tick that box, save the game. And we're going to add a script machine to the checkpoint. So not to the particle system, not to the thing there, to the actual checkpoint itself. We're not going to be doing a prefab of this. Jump through platforms, really simple, dude. If I show you my prefab, it's just like any other. My prefabs basically consist of, if I just open one up for you, dude. Platforms, wooden, 3x1. So when I make my prefabs, I basically have the pivot point. I have 3 individual sprite renderers, which each are a piece of these tile map sprite sheet. They're slices from the sprite sheet, and then on the parent, you basically have the Box Collider 2D. You add the component platform effector 2D. Now you'll notice that there's this semicircle arc, okay? So what you do is you apply that component and you do the use one way, and when you adjust the surface arc, that adjusts like the angle of the arc. And then when you apply the component platform effector 2D, make sure on the Box Collider you tick used by effector. And it's that simple. Literally, that's all you have to do. And then you're able to basically jump beneath the platform and appear on top of it. Really straightforward, dude. Oh, it's nice being able to actually answer a question and give some help. it's nice. Right, sorry. So I need to add a script machine to this checkpoint. So script machine, and we're going to call this checkpoint. Save. Okay, so we're going to call this, sorry, a little bit tired, checkpoint. I think I've only had 4 hours sleep last night. I think I was coding. I think I live streamed last night. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, I did. I was setting up the magic trap last night. It was either, I can't remember if it was a 2-hour or a 3-hour stream. I think it was a 3-hour stream. Got to bed at 2. Was up at 6 for uni. Been at uni all day. Come back. Watched some Castlevania Nocturne. And then done a few things. And then I've jumped into coding. And I've been coding for nearly 2 hours. So yeah, all good. Right, checkpoint handles respawn location for when the player dies. Boom. Simple. Okay, so checkpoint, edit graph. Okay. Right, so this is going to be fun. Right, just bear with me. I'm just following a handout from uni which covers the checkpoint. I did watch it yesterday, I think. Just bear with me. Okay, so right, we're going to be passing between two different points here. So I'm going to be going between the player script and the script of the checkpoint. So essentially, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Right, bear with me. Sorry, this is quite complicated. There's a couple of points here. Right. Right, let me just minimize these. Script machine, player movement. So that's the player movement. Right, we're going to add a component, script machine, and we're going to call this respawn. Save that. I'm just going to make this bigger. Custom event. Call this respawn. If I just there we go, got an description there. Okay, so we know what the script machine does. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we need to go to our scene variables and we're going to add a new one, and this is going to be called player respawn location, and it's going to be a vector. No, it's going to be a transform. Okay. Okay. So we're going to get that and place that in there. We need to come off of here and set position. And then we're going to get the position from this. And plug that into there. I think that's basically it. So having it as a scene variable, we can now use this within another area. I'm just watching this video, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new empty, and we're going to call this player start. And why can't I see that? There it is. Right, so this is I think I'm going to have the player start there. Or basically, for the time being, I'm going to have the player start there. So if I get my player, are they on top? Player start is that one. Okay, so we need to just shift her across just a tad. Perfect. So that's the player start. So what we can do is I can put this onto the player respawn location. So when they respawn, it's gonna be there basically. So if I just go up, yeah. So that cube I've just placed, so if the player dies, they'll respawn at that point. Okay. Right. So now, what we need to do actually, hold on. Let me just get my head around this. So we've put the player start in. We've moved the player to it as well. We've got the respawn custom event there. So if I go on here, the script machine. If I just minimise that, you can see we've got the script machine for respawning the player. So if I go onto the player's script graph, on player death, you want to reload the scene. And you want to call trigger custom event, and just double check. No, it wasn't that, was it? Oh my god. Sorry. Player. That one. Respawn. Copy that. Go into that one. Okay, so what we're doing is we're saying when the player dies, reload the scene and trigger the respawn. Okay. Right, so now we're going into the checkpoint. I want to move this player start just up there, so it's above the player. Okay, right, save. We'll get rid of the on event. I hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. Finding something useful, learning something. Who knows? Every day's a learning day. Every day's a school day, so they say. Okay, so if we scroll down here to get our player start, so this is where it's going to get fun. Did I add a trigger to the... I did add a trigger, didn't I? Yes. Checkpoint, yep. Okay. So we get an on trigger into 2D. And then we're going to get the game objects. Tag, get tag, game object, get tag, equal, string, literal, player, oh, hold on. Can I plug that straight in there? And we get an if. So basically we're saying if the player collides with the statue, aka the checkpoint, we're going to set the player respawn location, and that is going to be based off of the it's going to be based off of the location of the checkpoint itself, and that's what we're currently in the graph for, of the checkpoint. Okay, so we're going to get location, get local position, transform, and plug that in there. Okay, so we can test that. So if we die, at the moment, if we die to, I don't know, say the magic traps, we should respawn right below that ladder. Let's test it. Oh. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, okay. It's because I had knockback. I had knockback from. Oh, it's because there's. I put a delay. I think I put a delay. Did I put a delay on there? When the player dies, reload the scene, respawn. Okay. Okay, I see what's happening. So, when the player dies, if they equal 0, reload the scene. Right, so now if I pass through that checkpoint, if I pass through this checkpoint and go this way and die. Oh! Reload the scene. Cannot convert from Vector 3 to Unity Engine Transform. I think that's where the problem is. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Moment of truth, guys. So we know that if we die, we respawn there. Oh! Oh, okay, okay. Ah. I'll see what's happening. Get that. I think it's because it's reloading the scene. So if I go to the player, get game controller. Oh my god, there's so many things going on here, guys. Reload scene. Right, bear with me. Okay. So the game controller is basically when the player dies, reload it. The reason why I put a 1 second timer there was just so there was a slight delay. So, I don't know. I could pause the game when the player dies. But in some games, when the player dies, there's like normally like a little death animation or something. I do have a death animation. I've not sorted that out yet, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool to get that sorted. So what I need to do then is go back to the player graph. If I get rid of that and just do the respawn, so that will trigger the respawn, which is going to spawn us at the player's location whenever we die. And the game controller has a 1 second delay, but because we're not triggering that custom event of reload scene, we're instead just saying respawn the player. And the respawn is this graph here. We basically set the location. So let's just test this. Oh no, it does need to be respawned because of the health. Oh, okay. Okay, alright, no, that's fine. So respawn then. That's fine. That's not a problem. So I've coded that so when the health is zero, she's red. And that's why she's staying red, because her health's 0. So what we need to do is we need to add on to the respawn to set the health to 1 and change the colour back. Alright, so go on that graph. Player sprite. Player sprite, okay. Get that and that. Copy that. Okay, go in here. Move that down there, move that up there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to plug that in there. And we are going to get the global health, actually no, I'm going to set the global health to float 1. Okay, so what we're doing on respawn, we are getting rid of the red dead colouring that I've given our character, and we're resetting the health to full. Okay, so we can just test that, guys. So if we die, right, we need to add a delay. Right, we're going to add a timer. I wonder if there's a way that we can make the character kind of disable player input. Can you disable input action, input system, disable? I wonder if that will work. Theoretically it should. Let's move this across. Because basically what we want... Do you see what happened there? I'll just show you again, guys. At the moment, the way I've done it is when we die, we instantly respawn. We're not reloading the game. We don't want to reload the game. We want the timer to still keep ticking. But because it's instant, you're not even seeing the red dead. You know, I need to add in an animation as well. I have a death animation for when the character dies. So I want the player to turn red, as you can see in the code there. So what we need to do is we need to add... if we just, for the time being, add a 1 second timer. So the player hits the spike. They turn red. And we make it so the player can't move the character. And then after the 1 second's up, we respawn them. So it's a bit more realistic, because at the moment that's not realistic, is it? That's just it's like she's not dying at all. So let's do that. So when the health is 0, we set her to red. We disable the input. We do a timer of 1 second. When that's completed, we do the respawn. Right, I knew it was going to ask that. Device. Input system. Find control path. Oh, where is my input system? Player inputs. Player inputs. Is that up here? Event system. Grid. HUD. Would it be there? Event system. Standalone input mode. I think it is that. Right, so if I do a scene variable and call it player input system, make that a game object. I might be wrong. I really don't know if that's going to do it. If it does, I'm a genius. Let's see if it works. Cannot convert game object to Unity input system input device. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. There we go. Oh! Oh, I could still... It worked, but I could still move the character like that. Interesting. Interesting. Disable all... I want to disable the keyboard. Disable keyword, disable. Enabled behaviors are updated. Right. Input settings. Disable all enabled actions. Disable all enabled. So that worked. The problem is up here. If I just make this big. Where is it? Movement. Where is it? It's to do with the sprite. So if I come out of here and go on the player warrior sheet, there we go. Is there any way that we can kind of... I wonder if you can... Okay. Can we disable keyboard input? Can we disable keyboard input, guys? If not, can we disable a script machine? Can we turn it off? Oh my god, we can. Script, right, reports whether a game object and its social behavior is active and enabled. Reports whether, right, we don't want that. Reports whether a game object and its social behavior is active and enabled. Is active. We don't want that. We want to set. If we temporarily disable that, and then we just re-enable it. Enable behaviors are updated, disabled behaviors are not. Enabled behaviors are updated, disabled. Enable behaviors are updated. Okay, right, so we need to basically call this. There's only one. Right. Okay. So worry sheet effect. So for this graph, we're going to create a variable called character sprite script, and we're going to give that game object. We're going to drag that. Oh, why won't you let me drag that? Get that. Is that because it's part of, maybe it's because oh my god, we're close, guys. We're close to getting this wrapped up. Find name. Oh my god. Right, so this is called, it needs to be on there. No. We need to, how are we going to get that? 1 second, guys. Sprite flip. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the graph, script graph asset then. Is it enable? Sprite flip. It's not that one. It's a game object. It is this. That is a child of it. Oh my god. Set script graph. I don't even know script graph. Oh my god. See, this is the problem because I've got the keyboard press. It's like I need to set the script machine. Script machine. Oh, dude. Oh, I can't even plug that in. How annoying. Oh, dude, what was the thing? Oh my god. Right, let me make a note. Script machine set enabled. And then if I just undo, I should get back the one that I needed. That's what I want. Sprite flip. Oh, dude. Oh my god. How annoying is that? You see what I'm trying to do, guys? I'm trying to go into the thing because this disable all enabled actions does work. Oh, what a bastard. There has to be a way I can just... Fuck it. Fuck it. Tag, player, sprite. I've got a workaround. Oh god, what was the player sprite? Getting a little bit long. Let's see if that works. So we're disabling keyboard and we're turning off the script machine for here. So we're basically stopping the player from moving the character, from doing any player movement, but also we're temporarily disabling the A and D, affecting the, as you can see here, A and D, flipping the sprite left or right. So theoretically that should work. Let's try it. I hope it works. Yes! Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, dude. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, dude. How annoying. Okay, right, so we need to copy that, go into that graph, enable inputs, input. Oh my god. So disable all. enable device. Oh my god. Oh my god. Input system. Disable all enabled actions. So how do we enable all enabled actions? Oh my god. Right, so we can disable it, but how do we re-enable it? Dude, this is a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Literally, all I need to do... Oh, it's so annoying. So annoying. So we've successfully disabled it. If we turn off that script graph, it messes up the player animation. Input system. Um... I wonder. Uh, oh my god, there's too many windows. So if I copy that and go on this one, if I just move that there, paste that there, let's see if that does the job. Set enabled. No. And then on this one, set enabled yes. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Let's try. Oh, it works. Oh my god. Let's just disable that and test. Oh, I'm a genius, baby. I'm a genius. Oh my god. So the way I was doing it before was just absolute nonsense. So don't mess around with that. Do not mess around with the input system. Jesus Christ. Okay. So the player dies if their health is 0. So we set the player input as disabled, and then on the respawn we re-enable it. Obviously they could they can still do the left and right, so I need to sort that out because obviously that's within the script graph. Oh, hold on. Why is the health not going back though? Hold on. Why is your health not going back? Set enabled. If health is 0, set enabled, timer 1 second, respawn. Why is your health not going back? Set the health. Interesting. Okay, let's move this along then. And if we put this at the start, see if that makes a change. Maybe that's affecting the global health being enabled. Let's see. So if we have that first, and then it does all the rest. No. You know what? Let's just do this instead. Get the global health. Oh, add 1. That should work. Fingers crossed. Why is that not working, dude? Why are you not... Why? What? I wonder if it's the player input. Let's bypass that. That's really strange if the player input is affecting the health. I don't understand why it would. We'll bypass that and just test that. That's really strange. If this works, that's really bizarre. No. Hold on. That makes no sense. If the health... Right, I know. Updating the health bar, that's why, guys. Updating the health bar. That's why. Right, so basically, that's why it's not updated the health bar. Okay. Right, problem solved. Bug fix, guys, bug fix. So, set the global health. Right. Trigger that. Update the health bar. It's going to ask me to do that, isn't it? Let's just copy that and see if that... What a pain in the arse. Right, so at the moment, let's just test. So, we go down here, we can't move, we come back, we're alive. We've already added one, You see what's happening? We can't move, other than the moving left and right, that's because of the sprite graph. But player input is disabled when we die. Yeah. Okay, so now, if I, 1 second. Just one more test, just to show that we're about to fix this. So we go into the trap, we lose our health, we respawn, it's appearing as 0, but we know that in the respawn process we've added 1, so we've given them max health. So if I plug that in, the health bar should now update. Hey! There we go. Right, so now, if I touch that, if I was to die, we respawn at our statue. It works, baby. Okay. Oh, we're gonna need a sound effects. Right. So bug fix. What did we fix? So setting up respawn. And refilling. Okay, so that was the negative. So setting up the respawn and resetting health to full, the health bar didn't update and still appeared empty. Had to copy the section of code that handled, pardon me, updating the health bar. That's it. Bug fix. Okay, so next up, guys, what we need to do is... So this handles the respawn, okay? So, hold on. No, we're in the respawn graph for the player. So what we need to do... Right, sorry, 1 second. Where is the... Right, the particle system and the sprite. So if I... Right, so it's the particle system. Okay, right. So on the checkpoint, oh, that's a pain. Okay, we're going to call this orb check A. So that's for orb checkpoint A. Alright, so I'm just going to post that. Orb underscore check A. Alright, so now that we've got that tag on that particle system, we're going to add the tag orb check A, save, and then if we go onto the checkpoint code, so by default we want to disable. Okay, so now if we go to the checkpoint, when the player enters the statue, what we want to do is we want to update the respawn location to the statue, and at the same time we want to enable game object. So set visible, get game object, find game object with tag, and the tag was checkpoint A. Oh! You want to set visible maybe? Should it be game object? Right, let's just... Right, save. We're just going to run into it. So at the moment, it shouldn't do it. Because I've not got that ticked. Okay, so nothing's happening. You can see the collider, it is doing that, but it's not enabling it. So if I click that, let's see if it works. Here we go. Oh, okay. This is so annoying. Why is that? I need to find out what that chat box does. Um, um, enabled checkbox. Right, component active. Right, okay, that's it. God, what a pain in the arse, guys. I just needed to know the right word to look for. Right, so if we test that, we run over there. Nothing's happening. So now if I turn that on, I'm hoping it will work. Oh my god. I mean, it's a child. It's a child of that parent. The checkpoint A is the parent. The particle system is... Find game object with tag. You know what? No, it's not going to let me do that, is it? It's not going to let me... Find game object with tag, particle system, orb underscore check A. Find game object with tag, got it, set it active. This is such a pain in the arse. Oh my god, dude. Find the game object with tag. It has that tag set active. So why do you not want to play ball with me? Why are you doing this to me? Oh god. So active. Maybe enable. Surely that's got to work. That is the toggle. That's got to work. Fuck. I wonder, let's just turn that on. I'm just wondering if it's because it's disabled by default. Let's test this. This is becoming a bit of a nuisance, really, isn't it? Find game object with tag. It has that tag. We're in the script graph. I'll tell you what. Oh my god. It's not gonna let, look, if I just do orb as a game object, are you joking? Are you taking the piss? Are you You are joking. Is that a joke? When I tried doing that earlier, it wouldn't let me do it on something else where it was like a child. Is that a joke? Is that actually taking the piss? Come on. Don't tell me it's going to work now. If this works, I'm going to be so pissed off. Oh my god, dude. Wow. I don't believe it. Right, so now if I die, I should respawn there. I don't believe that. I don't fucking believe it. I do not believe it. Oh, dude. So all of this nonsense, so I can get rid of that tag now, can't I? Oh my god. Right, so... hold on. Go back to that. Untagged. Remove the orb check tag. Oh, that's so annoying. Right, so when we enter the trigger of the checkpoint A, we set the respawn location. Oh, you know what would be good? What we want to do, we want to then disable. Basically, what you don't want to happen. Now, you've got to bear in mind, I'm going to have 2 checkpoints in this game. Now, what you don't want to happen is, I doubt the player would do it, but if that code is left as it is, the player can pass through that checkpoint, set that as the respawn location. Pardon me. It would set that as the respawn location. If they hit the second checkpoint, they could update the respawn location there. But then if they were to pass back through the first one, it would change that to the respawn, and you don't want that to happen. So to prevent that from happening, once the player's passed through it and that code's finished, at the very end of it, I'm going to set the trigger. I'm going to disable the trigger. So I'm going to get box collider. Oh, just going to put in collider 2D. Oh my god, I did 3 L's. Box collider. Get this box collider. So for this, which is the checkpoint A, that's what it's on. Set enabled. Why is it yellow? Why is it yellow? Why are you yellow, dude? It's a little bit worrying. Why is it yellow? There is no box collider attached to the checkpoint A game object. Yes, there is. Oh. Box collider 2D. Sorry. It was because it's 2D. Okay, let's try that again. Right, so you can see on the left screen, we can see the green outline. The moment I pass through that, it should turn off. There we go. So now we can't trigger that. We won't be able to kind of glitch it. Dude, that is so freaking cool. I am so happy with that. It's really funny actually, because do you know what's really funny, guys? In my first person survival game, I had Wisp pickups, which almost kind of kind of were like that. It's just funny that in this 2D game, I've kind of got a similar thing, but with the survival game I made, first person in Unreal, they were fireflies around Will-o'-the-Wisps, whereas this is meant to represent the soul of the player, essentially. That's really funny. Dude, I am so happy with that. I'm really, really, really happy with that. So we can't re-enable that. And we will respawn there. I love just seeing, I love like just repeating it, just watching it work. It's so rewarding just spending hours making things work and then seeing them come to life. It's just fantastic. It really is, guys. It's so rewarding. I've spent 3.5 hours tonight on stream. We've fixed the magic trap projectile and we've set up this respawner. I'm sure there was something else I did as well. But it worked. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Yeah, so the particle system that handles the animation of the orb. Let's make that a little tiny bit bigger. So it sets the position, starting position for the orb, handles the movement of the orb. And then checkpoint A, this is the code. When they pass through that, and then when we go onto the player. Oh yeah, I fixed the bug with the health bar as well. That was it. Yeah, so I've fixed 2 bugs tonight. So I've added the checkpoint. I can get rid of that. Added the checkpoint. Checkpoint spawn statue. I can tick that off. Checkpoint spawn statue. Excellent. So yeah, in the death sequence, instead of triggering the game controller reloading the scene, this would basically happen when if the player if the player I don't know, chose replay or from main menu, you know, that's kind of null and void now. We don't really need that reload scene, but I'll keep it in there. It's not being called, it's a custom event, so that will only trigger when I trigger that in code and I trigger a custom event. So I can leave that in there for reference for when I need to implement that within the UI. But the checkpoint, so the player, when the player's health is less than 0, we set them red to visual representation that they're dead. We disable player input so the player can't move. Obviously we know about the fixing. I need to do that as a bug fix. Bug fix to do player def input disabled. Disable code that moves sprite. Disable AD that moves sprite. There we go. So that's a bug fix I need to do. So the player dies if the health is 0, set it to red, we disable input. After a 1-second timer, we trigger the respawn. And the respawn graph, it literally gets the location. We give back player control, set the character to the normal color skin. We set the health back to 1, and we update the health bar, so that's all nice and up to date. I'm just going to do a comment here. So on respawn, re-enable re-enable player input. Normal skin color. Replenish life. Update health bar. So on respawn, we re-enable player input. Spawn. Are you joking? Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? On respawn, re-enable player input. Spawn at location. Normal skin color. Replenish life. Update health bar. So re-enable player input, spawn at location, normal skin color, replenish life, update the health bar. That simple. Okay, so it's just so if we ever come back to look at this code, we can read that comment and understand exactly what's happening in the code. So player def sequence. I'm not going to add a comment to that. It's self-explanatory. So this timer, basically, in between the player input being disabled and the timer, that's basically where we will. That's where we will get the. Where we will set the animation, the def animation, because there is a def animation. I'll add that to my to-do list. Add def animation. Yeah, so player def sequence. I can move that up now, actually. Right, so that's the player def sequence. That is the respawn. I'm going to give that a nice green colour, guys, because green for alive. Okay. So it's nice, simple respawn code. And then we've got the code there. And then on the checkpoint. So right, so what we're going to say here. Hold on. On when player passes checkpoint, update spawn location. Display orb, toggle visibility of orb, disable collider to prevent spawn point complications. Self-explanatory. Disable the collider to prevent spawn point complications. So if we have both spawn points in the game and the player passes between them repeatedly, that respawn location is going to be constantly changing between the 2 points, and we don't want that. So that just explains that in the comment there. So I believe that's done. What's the time? It's been streaming for 3 hours 40. Do I keep going? Should I go to bed? I feel like I should. I feel like I've worked very hard tonight. I'm very, very happy. I'm super proud of that checkpoint, and I'm super proud of that particle system. So what we can do, we can actually copy... Actually, hold on a minute. You know what? We might actually be able to do that as a... we could actually do that as a bloody... what's it? We can actually update... We can make that a... I can't get my words out. We can make that a prefab. Because the only thing in this checkpoint, we have the particle system here. It's got all the variables. I might just do that as a test actually. Let's get rid of checkpoint A. Let's call that checkpoint, and if I prefab, if I put that in there, just out of curiosity, because there's nothing in there, like, literally, it's going to get the tag of the player, it's going to get the respawn location, it's going to update the respawn location to the location of the object, and it's going to enable the orb, and it's going to... and then it's going to disable the collider. So I could temporarily just quickly playtest this. Let's test this. Right, so if we have that, if I copy that, move that one there, copy that, and move that one there. Let's just test this quickly, guys. So if I die, I will respawn by the ledge by default, yeah? Boom. If I go this way and I touch that orb, if I die, I'll respawn there. If I go to that one, I should respawn at the second one. It works! Oh my god! Right, there is a weird thing going on with the player getting stuck on the triggers. I need to make a note of that. Oh my god, the prefab works. Bug fix to do. Player getting stuck on triggers. Ignore. Add to ignore. Okay, guys. Oh, I can't stop yawning. I can't believe I've done it. I'm so proud of that little checkpoint. I did that. I didn't make the art for the checkpoint, but I made the wisp and the particle effect. I'm really, really happy with what I've done. So simple. That wasn't hard. I'm so proud of myself, and disabling that trigger at the end to prevent a glitch within the respawn if there's more than one. Oh, it's perfect. It is so tempting to stay up, guys, and do the lava. You know what? I'm gonna give you a little tease. I'm gonna tease you. Just wait a second. Triggers. Slime. Oh, the slime triggers. Yeah, okay. Traps. Let's... Platforms, pickups. triggers, traps, enemies. I'll tell you what, we're going to make a new folder. We're going to call it 123 checkpoint. And we're just going to plonk it straight in there, guys. And we're going to just move it there. And just because I like being organised. Checkpoint. Pickups. Enemies. Triggers and traps. So the triggers are associated to the slime. Magic test area, that's only a temporary thing, guys. The magic test area is basically 2 platforms rotated and then the trigger box I put in. Oh, I'm so happy with what I've done tonight. I'm going to tease you with the lava though. Just don't get too excited because this is what I wanted to do tonight, but it's taken me all night to sort out the fire projectile and do the checkpoint. I don't know where the time goes. I really don't. But I'm going to tease you for next stream. I'll tell you what, I will do some streaming of this game dev tomorrow. I'm at home all day tomorrow. Let me just go in. I think it was the Lava is Grotto Escape 2. It's prefab. Right, just look at this. You're gonna love this. I'm not even joking. You're going to love this, guys. Just watch. How cool is that? How cool. How freaking cool is that lava? It's so cool. And then I'm going to be doing this as well. So this little thing, if I rotate that 180, no. That is basically going to go above our player. So essentially I wanted to have it so when the player there's going to be a section of the game where there's basically like just like a pit of lava, and there's going to be some platforms to jump across. If the player falls in the lava, they will kind of get a burning effect, and they'll have that above their head. I won't turn the player orange, but we'll have the hit animation. So essentially, the player touches the lava, they'll take 25% damage, and then they will take a further 5% damage as burn damage. So that would be 1% of health lost each second for a total of 5 seconds. So I think that's quite cool. That's like, you know, it's not just a fire obstacle, oh, you've taken damage. Like, no, you're actually going to take a little bit more, so you have to be careful. But I thought it's really cool just having a little fire animation above the head to show that you're kind of on fire, hence why you're taking burn damage. So we'd essentially, what we'd probably do is spawn the fireball above the head. So I don't think it's going to be too complicated to do. I've got to decide on the platforms. They have to kind of fit the look of the other assets in the game. So what I'd probably do is just go for something that, I don't know, kind of looks like obsidian maybe, because you have to be realistic about what things will survive the lava. Um, so just having something that looks like it fits would be ideal. Um, and those platforms, I think I was going to have it so that they collapse as well. So you jump on them, and then I don't know, after half a second maybe they might break, and then you fall in the lava. So you have to kind of jump, jump, jump. There isn't any time to stop and break. You have to keep on the move. So I might basically have the platform fall down, and then just destroy itself, like, I don't know, after like zero point 0.2 seconds. So essentially, when it hits the lava, it will just disappear. Um, it will destroy itself. So yeah, I think I'll do that tomorrow. I think I'll code the lava platform, because it's going to be really, really, really fun to do. Like, there's quite a bit to do. Plunk in the lava, plunk in the platform, set up the collapsing platforms, add in the burn damage over time. We've already got the health bar set up, so we know exactly how we're going to do that. I can already see the code in my head. Like, it's my brain's kind of already there. Like, so that is tonight's stream. 3 hours 50. What a ride it has been, guys. What a ride. If you enjoyed the stream, do give us a follow on Twitch to stay up to date. If you want to watch back any of the game dev I have done, whether that's Unreal or Unity itself, I post all of the game dev streams there, so they're archived. The link to my YouTube channel is below. Thanks for watching, guys, and being with me tonight. And I will see you tomorrow for some more game dev in Unity. Take care, guys. Thanks.